How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And good morning to you as well, Penny. Even though we've been up for a little bit already. You're probably hungry, aren't you? What else is new? Oh, I am just getting my tiny home on wheels ready for travel, which, if you're new around here, just means moving a whole bunch of stuff from the passenger seat to the back of the van so it doesn't sort of go flopping around and so I can see outside my passenger window. As I've been talking about for a while here, I am about to take off to BC. That is where my the rest of my family lives. I was gonna say my parents, but my little brother's out there too, so effectively it's like the rest of my immediate family that all live out there. And my parents are actually leaving for a vacation. They are taking their car, they are driving south, they're gonna rush the American border, and they're gonna go all over the place down there and just sort of enjoy themselves. Lord knows they've earned it. So they asked me to house sit for them, which isn't the most ideal on the cuff since I live in Calgary, Alberta, an entire province away. It's about a 7.5 hour drive, and I agreed to do it because I thought it would be good for me. I was actually excited to do it. I love it out there. They're in the Kootenays. It is beautiful. It has always been my absolute happy place. Of course, that will present its fair share of challenges because it's going to be around 6 weeks is sort of the number that has been talked about. They don't know for sure. They're just sort of playing it by ear. And obviously, I have a little girl who lives here in the city. So I currently live in a 2007 Chevy Express extended cargo van that I built out into this very comfy, tiny home on wheels. And with that, I tow a 2023 Jeep Wrangler Willis or Willie, depending on the mood that you're in, edition. And that will be my main mode of transport to get back and forth between the two provinces. So that's going to be one bitch of a commute. You going to sit there till I feed you? Probably. All right, twist my rubber arm. This what you want? Ooh, yum. Ooh. All right, let's get you your quarter meat puck so you have all that energy to, you know, ride along with me. For those that might not know, this is my big fat pussy, affectionately called Penelope. And she likes her food. But I mean, who doesn't? So yeah, I am going to be out there for 3 to 4, sometimes 5 or 6 days of the week, and on the rest of the days, I will be driving back to the city to have my time with my little girl. I usually pick my girl up Monday through Thursday, and then I have her on Sundays, and that has been the norm for a very long time. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be difficult to be away from her. I'm actually leaving on a Thursday now, and I'm not returning until the following Monday to pick her up from school. So it's going to take some adjustment and getting used to. Not something I'm especially looking forward to, but again, I think it's important to help family out when they ask, and I'm very lucky that I can say yes, actually, because of my situation. If I had a sticks and bricks here with a regular job there, I had to pay all this enormous amount of rent and utilities and all of that, well, I just simply wouldn't be able to do anything like this, right? Now, there are going to be some neighbors that will help out on the odd occasion because Penny, for the most part, will not be bopping back and forth since my plan is to leave Lucky out there. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to be using the Jeep to come to and fro, and there's a couple neighbors that will be helping out on those days. My parents also have a cat that I'm looking after. It's not just the house, got to keep her alive. That's a good goal. And my little brother does live out there, but he lives a good 45 minutes away, so it's not the most ideal for him to check in every single day. But on the odd occasion, he will be helping out as well. So it is important to to help out your family when you can. My family has been there for me and helped me through a lot. And they're going on vacation. I'm looking after their house. There's no props necessary. It's just, I think in the end, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be really good for me. I think it will help, especially with my physical therapy that I am currently in. It's very hard to do my routine that has been assigned to me while I'm in the van. So I've been having to get up and go to a gym or go into the Walmart and do my stretches. It'll be nice to have a big space just to do everything, just sort of relax. focus in on what, makes me happy. And yeah, I think all in all, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope to get a lot of stuff done on my tiny home as well. I got a whole bunch of little projects planned. One seems to be never ending, and there's lots of little other upgrades here and there. Nothing major that I would like to do, but a few things to install, a few things to fix, a few things to potentially repair, rip out. Who bloody knows? But I need to go get the Irish Pirate Queen, otherwise known as Grace O'Malley, otherwise known as our Jeep Wrangler, hitched up to Lucky's rear end. Nice to name it a van. And then I'm probably going to wander into Walmart, have a coffee, and then we're going to hit the road. So thank you very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. And let's hit the road for British Columbia. why was the fan on? That's odd. I thought I turned that off before we left Walmart. Anyway, I've been driving for about an hour now, and I'm still in Alberta, coming up on Dead Man's Flats. I'm gonna have to stop and get gas. I'd completely flaked on the fact that Lucky needs gas to run. So we'll be pulling over there to fill up her tank and make sure we're keeping her nice and happy. Just pulled over to a rest stop here to get rid of some garbage and some other things. And since I left, I've just been letting Lucky's alternator charge up the engine battery. I haven't been using any power to charge up the home batteries. I think right now we're probably sitting, well, who knows how much solar power got to the batteries, but yeah, it says 100%, but that's a lie for sure, because I've been using a lot of battery power the last few days. So now is the time when I'm going to start charging up some of my devices. This is a long drive, and yes, there's power where I am going, but I don't know, I get a kick out of being able to charge up all of my stuff myself. It's very satisfying that I've been able to build this sort of like sustainable home, so to speak, at least when it comes to power. So as an example, we're gonna start light. So if I come down here and I look at my VTOMAN, we're at 36%, right? So it's been doing work, keeping my cell phone charged, my laptop charged, my Nintendo Switch charged, and it was what I used to hard boil some eggs the other night. And what did I make for dinner? Oh, those stupid mashed potatoes from Pringles. It was, yeah, those sucked, ill-advised, do not recommend. I was also slow cooking some Ukrainian sausage, and I had let it slow cook for about 3.5 hours, and that took about 30% of that battery down. So now is the time when I'm going to unplug this from my shore power. It's very hard to do with one hand. There we are. It's not that hard, everybody, just calm down. Come back here, plug it into my inverter, and turn the inverter. I'm hesitating because I'm wondering if I want to turn it on here. No, I do not. I want to have control over it for whatever reason. I'm a control freak like that. So instead, we're going to come down here, right where my legs rest. We're going to use the remote to turn on the inverter. Listen for the beep. There we go. And if we come back over to the VTOMAN, we can see it is flashing and it's starting to charge. It'll start pulling power from Lucky's house batteries. That is what the inverter is hooked up to. So now what we're going to do, Lucky is running right now. We're gonna turn on the DC to DC charger. Boom. See how long that takes to start getting some wattage, voltage. There we go. And we're off. So now that VTOMAN charging won't kill the house batteries. And once that's topped up, the DC to DC charger just keeps on chugging and keeps those house batteries topped up. Now, in other news, I have gotten a lot of stickers in the mail over the last few months from all of my incredible subscribers, and I've been very neglectful in getting them onto Lucky's rear end. Some of them I probably want to put up inside Lucky, others I like displaying on the rear barn doors. So as we go along this trip, I say every time we stop, we add one. I'm also going to need to clean Lucky's window off because, well, she's just a little dirty. So let's come up here, right next to the very tucked in and cozy Putty Tat. Hello, darling. Welcome back to the mountains. You're in your favorite spot. Maybe second favorite. I think the cat loft might be your favorite, right? We'll come up here. We're gonna grab ourselves some window cleaner and clean it up. All right, there is number one. Let's go get some gas. All right, just coming up on the gateway into Banff National Park here. These cheesies, Hawkins cheesies, I believe my grandfather was a big fan of them, and that's like some sort of memory I have. They are delicious. I don't eat them nearly enough, but that's the thing. They're such a nice little treat when I do, and they just take me down nostalgic lane. So, saw them at the gas station there and said, yes, you shall come with me. Anyway, I think my next little stop here I'm gonna do is potentially the BC border. Usually this time of year, you can't access it, but I'm very curious to see if all of the snow that they... It is very bumpy around here. They do not want you ripping through this gate. I'm curious to see if all of the snow they usually plow off the side of the highway, or they plow it to the side of the highway, obviously, is melted. We shall see, and that will be the next time I get out to stretch my legs. You may have also noticed the wires. I actually have my TENS machine on my shoulders. As soon as I hit the road, I realized that my neck was super tight. I could barely turn my head from side to side, so this has helped a lot. That being said, it's kind of run its course on my shoulders, and I would be benefiting more if it was on my lower back. To the next stop. Well, the answer is nay. The border rest stop is very much still closed and very much completely impossible to get to with the absolute mound of rock-solid frozen dirt snow. So, we will pull over to stretch and swap the TENS machine around. Just up ahead, about 15 kilometers. This is actually going to be the stretch of highway that is usually the one that makes me the most nervous this time of year. But I have a feeling we're going to be just fine today. I found a spot to stop and get this bloody TENS machine off of my neck and onto my back. And yeah, so it's a little colder here than Alberta, obviously. We are in the mountains, although that's not always the case. I'm stuck in this. But that was one of the big points of like concern for me when it came to this whole trip and getting the entire rig out here. Obviously, I could have done it in one or the other. But why would I want to leave either one behind? Yes, Lucky's got studded tires, but when you're towing, well, anything, but especially like a dinghy vehicle, it can make the travel a little bit more treacherous, let's say. So obviously, it being February, when we were planning this, you know, a month or two back, my biggest concern was, am I going to be able to make it out there with everything? Because the roads can get, you know, quite dangerous, for lack of any other sort of word. So with the weather the way it is, very, very fortunate that this is going to be an easy time to get out there. I guess, I mean, I could still run into issues in the Rogers Pass, but as I've mentioned before, I use the website drivebc.ca, and it gives you all sorts of road reports, conditions, and whatnot. And the only stuff that was popping up in the Rogers Pass this morning was a little bit of fog, which is 100% expected at that time in the morning, because it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's super live, but it's updated like every hour, if not every half hour. So it's a great resource to use. And I was telling myself, as long as I can get the whole rig out there, get Lucky out there, then everything else will be a breeze, because Grace will be able to zip back and forth, no problem. And by the time this whole little stint is done, the weather will probably be even nicer than it is now, and we'll be able to get Lucky back to Calgary again without issue. Of course, having now put that out there into the universe, you just know it's going to be whiteout conditions when it comes time to actually make that trip home. I already walked into the washrooms here once to, well, piddle, and I realized that they had a water bottle refill station, and me without my water bottle. So I think we're gonna make a trek back, and now that this is on my back, we can get it shaking all sorts of shit around. Here we go. Yeah, whoa. Make a quick trip back. But before that, real quick, like I said, it's a little colder out here. So we'll wrap up with the Mystic so we don't catch our death, as they say. Well, let's also check in with the VTOMAN. What's it at? See, yeah, this guy is pretty slow. He's only at 55%. So nice slow charge, which is good because Lucky's not running right now. DC to DC charger is not on, but it's such a slow charge. What was it at anyway? 170 watts. That may take us all the way to Revelstoke before that thing is fully topped up. Oh, we do have a coffee cup I could get rid of, so we'll get rid of some garbage. And we're gonna grab a water bottle and fill it up. All right, now we can refill our tank. Probably won't have to refill Lucky's tank till Revelstoke because of the, well, later fill up. And before we leave, we better free up another spot. Why didn't I use a squeegee to just clean off both windows while I was at the gas station? Shut up, that's why. Okay, so maybe the fog isn't just a morning thing. Anyway, it is about 10 after 2. I just got to Revelstoke. That's actually Mount Begbie Brewing right behind me. Not sure how well you can see it because of this fog. And being 10 after 2 in the afternoon left me with two options. Press on through without stopping to make it to the 3 o'clock ferry. However, I don't know that Lucky has enough gas to make it all the way to Nakusp. I'm hungry, and I probably want some beer for the upcoming projects for the van. So, that being said, the choice was made to not rush, but now we've got a lot of time because the next ferry won't leave until 4. So I'm gonna go pick up some Mount Begbie lager, and then we're probably gonna go get a bite to eat because Leopard Girl was oh so kind and sent me a gift card to A&W. But first, beer. with this fog, definitely makes this the eeriest place I have ever bought beer. Hi, Penny. It's spooky out here. I can't believe it's raining. It's been raining since the summit of Rogers Pass. Nothing crazy, but enough to be like, what? In February? This weather, I tell ya. It's as dicey as this road, I tell ya. Eesh. Unfortunately, taking the 4 o'clock ferry means we will more than likely be arriving into pitch black, which sucks. I hate driving these roads when it is pitch black out, but I don't really want to just spend the night in Revelstoke. It's like I said, it's only 24 now. Just coming into Revelstoke here. It is what it is. We're in no rush. We'll just drive extra cautiously. I think we will go grab our food first and then get gas. I don't know if I'm gonna go to Shell or Chevron. We shall figure it out. Quality content. Quality content. Right behind a Porsche. All right, Miss P. I'm gonna go get a burger. You hold down the fort. Be right back. It's still not crazy cold, although I should probably still have my jacket on. I'm clearly misbehaving on this adventure. Off to a great start. I mean, you take these moments and stop and really think about it. Some pretty crazy and cool times we live in. Just had a gift card beamed to me through space from the United Kingdom in order to purchase food in British Columbia, Canada. Thank you very much, LG, for keeping this weary traveler fed. All right, I think Shell is the winner. And I guess we will go to this pump here. I don't know. This big rig makes everything a little bit more obnoxious. It is what it is. Okay, Lucky is filling up, and we mustn't forget, we are stopped. And we did stop 2 other times, but Revelstoke will just count as 1. Oh, you're right, she's filthy. As usual. Ooh, Grace, you've looked better. Man, doing the side windows always sucks because you just end up with this absolutely disgusting drippy mess on the door. Yeah, well, it's gonna be gone in like 15 minutes once we're back on the road anyway. All right. Okay. Yeah. What time is it now? It is 2:50. We're not gonna lollygag any longer. We're just gonna get back on the road and pray that maybe the ferry is a little bit out of whack with its schedule. And maybe we'll be able to get on it a little sooner than 4 o'clock. Although it also takes between 30 and 45 minutes to get there, so you never know. Where's my burger? Stuff it in your hole! Wasn't I just here? We made it. The A&W did not make it. Grandpa Burger, onion rings, and a delicious A&W root beer. It is 3:26. There are 3 other cars here. And it's still spooky AF outside. You shush, Lucky. And if the boat is on time, that means it's just going to be leaving the other side of the lake in 4 minutes. So I think I'm going to get out, stretch my legs, and get rid of this A&W refuse. I don't think I've ever seen this lake foggy before. It's so quiet. I'm always going to remember there's that one entry in the vlog all the way back in chapter 1, right near the end, where I was helping my parents move out here from Calgary. An entire vlog just filmed right here at the Shelter Bay ferry landing, and it was raining. That was a really fun vlog. Every time I come here, I'm reminded of that. It's a very simple video. I like that I'm doing this and creating all of these memories that I'll be able to look back on later. Because as much as I am reminded of that moment right now, that might not always be the case. You won't even be able to see the boat coming. is either deep in thought or digesting a grandpa burger. Could go either way. Oh, there's the ferry. That's not creepy at all. What do you say, Miss Penny? You ready to get on that ferry? As creepy as it is. As creepy as it is, it's also kind of cool. Yeah, that's a big truck. Loud noises. Is that so creepy once we get up close and personal with it, Penny? Penny's on a boat again. Four o'clock on the nose. And sad day, we got a man down. All the way down there. Fox Macleod, get your poop in a group, bro. Yeah, he snapped right off there. Look at this guy. We're gonna need some crazy glue to fix you up, bro. You're looking a little worse for wear. You can ride in the cup holder now. VIP seats. What? Are you jealous? Jealous? Yeah, good girl. We're almost there. Not long now. All right. Well, this will probably be the last time we're stopped before we get there, because I just plan on powering through once we hit the other side, which means we've got just enough time for one more sticker. And I already have the spot cleaned, but I feel terrible because I've had this forever. And when I say forever, I mean since last summer. It came in the mail. It's been in here in Grace's center console. It's from Terry, and she sent me this. And I don't even know if I ever thanked her properly. I don't even know if she still watches the channel. She might have gotten so mad that I didn't acknowledge the fact that she sent it to me, and she stopped watching. I like to think that's not the case, and Terry, I hope you're doing well down there in Washington. Thank you very much for this sticker. We're gonna get it on Lucky Toot Sweet. And again, I apologize for my tardiness. Lucy, I'm home. Hi, Sheba. Hey, come here. Come here. Hi. Hello. Are you hungry? Did they not leave you any food? Did they not leave you any food? Should we check? Let's see. Oh, you got lots of food. You're a liar just like Penny. Kind of weird being here all by myself. And I am done. The last time I drove that road when it was that dark was when I was with Claire, but it was July and dry and there wasn't any fog. I keep doing drives like that, I'm gonna take years off the end of my life. Oh, I know. Hello. Hello. Come here. Come here. Let's say hi to YouTube. Come say hi to YouTube. This is Sheba. Okay, bye. Oh, hi. Anyway, because it is so dark outside, Lucky and Grace can just stay joined to the nose and the ass, and we will deal with all of that in the morning. This is the proverbial moment of sounds like a future Matthew problem. That was a long drive, and I still gotta haul in a big fat pussy and all of my accoutrement. So, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow. Yes, I know. Now I've got 2 picky kitty cats to take care of.